Mitchell Trubisky last night made some good throws. But look, I think we've lowered the bar in our expectations with him. We look at Mitchell Trubisky and go, wow, look at that. He threw a touchdown pass. He was the second overall pick in the draft. Oh, and that cute, he threw a touchdown pass.
Little Mitchie.
Look at him run for a first down. Look at little Mitchie go there. This is second pick overall. You traded up to get him. And he was in the same draft as Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson.
I hadn't heard that. He was in the same draft.
So I don't know how good he can be for this team. But if Mitchell Trubisky is just good, doesn't have to be elite, doesn't have to be, extraordinary, doesn't have to be turning the NFL on its ear. He could be Joe Flacco, and he could help this team go to a Super Bowl. He could be. Remember when we were trying to push the narrative, as we like to say? Oh, is Joe Flacco an elite quarterback? No, he's not. He's very good. And at times in the playoffs, he was very good. But he was helped out by a really good defense. Trent Dilfer doesn't have a Super Bowl ring without a very good defense. And it used to be a lot of these teams were built on a great defense. You had a running game and a quarterback who managed a game. Now we're asking everybody, hey, you got to go out there and throw for 400 yards. You got to be, why can't you be like Mahomes? Okay. Mitchell Trubisky is not Patrick Mahomes. He might be a better athlete than Patrick Mahomes, but I've lowered my expectation level for Mitchell Trubisky. He shows glimpses of doing some pretty special things. You've got an offensive-minded head coach there, and he might go into the Hall of Good when he's all said and done. I mean, that would be the goal. If I'm a Bears fan and you said, hey, how do you remember Mitchell Trubisky? Man, I'd put him in the Hall of Good. Competitor, worked hard. But, in a couple of years, you're going to be asking this question. Is he worth $150 million? So we're 2.5 years away from that question. Maybe 1.5 years away from that question. We have no question, no doubts about Patrick Mahomes getting paid probably close to $200 million. Deshaun Watson, I love watching Watson play, but I worry about his health long term here. And the Texans are going to be asking that question. In 3 years, is Mitchell Trubisky on another team, still the Bears quarterback, a Pro Bowl starting quarterback? Because those are the questions you ask. Now, I want to play something that I heard last night. Ryan Clark, former defensive back with the Steelers, he was with Scott Van Pelt on SportsCenter, and he had this to say about Mitchell Trubisky.
You're concerned this year, and the reason being is when you saw things last year, it was a lot of times he used his legs, but he didn't make the big plays from the passing game when he needed to. This year was supposed to be the steps. There's all the things in training camp about him throwing multiple interceptions at practice because Nagy tried to push it down the field. And now you see this season coming into this game, no touchdown passes, and it took 5 turnovers by your team to get points scored. If Mitchell Trubisky doesn't change, doesn't step up, we already know he's compared to the other two guys in Mahomes and Watson. He's going to start being compared to guys like Leaf and Jamarcus Russell as bust. Okay,
that's way too extreme and not fair by Ryan Clark. And I know everybody's got to have a hot take. I mean, if you're looking at Ryan Leaf and Jamarcus Russell, I mean, that's when you put up the poster child for bust in the NFL at the quarterbacking position. Usually those guys are up there. Mitchell Trubisky is not there yet. He's gone to the playoffs. He has shown that he has the capability of making some pretty great throws. He can keep a play alive. He uses his legs. Why is it that he uses his legs and that's a negative, where some of these other quarterbacks use their legs and that's a positive? So I think Ryan Clark is being selective here and putting a bullseye on Mitchell Trubisky, and way too soon. Now, if you said, hey, at the end of this year, is he throwing 25 touchdowns, 12 interceptions? Is he rushing for 400 yards? Are they in the playoffs? That's not a bust. Ryan Leaf was a bust. DeMarcus Russell, a bust. Achilles Smith, a bust. Tim Couch, a bust. Easy with Mitchell Trubisky. I still want to see how this plays out. I can't sit here and say, well, he doesn't have offensive weapons, because he does. He missed some throws last night. If you said, hey, I only watched the first half, you probably went, man, Mitchell Trubisky played well. And then that damn second half came up, and you went, wow, okay. But the Bears' defense is going to be the reason why they go to the playoffs. If they go far in the playoffs, it will be because of Mitchell Trubisky. Or if they don't, it'll be because of Mitchell Trubisky. Now, that's where the quarterback importance. We've seen this down, throughout the years, history. The quarterback does something special. Defense can only do so much. It's a quarterback who does something special. One play, one half, one game, final minute, final throw. Mitchell Trubisky is going to be asked to win a game, a big game. And you got a lot of competition in the NFC North. Packers are undefeated. Vikings are 2-1. Lions are 2-0-1. And the Bears are 2-1. There's a lot of work to be done there.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.